You've been working hard through the previous lessons, and now we're finally ready to actually consider what your own mission statement might look like. Remember that a mission statement will convey the feelings of how your talents could be used to make a contribution to the world around you and be something that would be fulfilling to yourself. As mentioned earlier, nearly 2,000 people were lucky enough to get life readings from Edgar Cayce, a few of them as very young children at the time and still alive today. One was Edgar Cayce's grandson, Charles Thomas. At one point in my interview with him about finding a mission in life, I asked him to tell us about getting started on finding a personal mission statement.
I think a key, Mark, is to not expect this life mission to come slipping through a slot like the Mission Impossible thing, a sudden magic formula, but really look at this process as a research project, and that will perhaps take some time. I think we should, if possible, find at least another person or perhaps a group of people that we can begin to talk about these questions and areas of interest with and share feedback and ideas. And third, start a little library. I began making copies of and tearing little things out of magazines and newspapers and looking for books or book reviews that relate to this topic. And even though I may not have time to read it at the time I discover it, beginning to build that little library has provided an important resource for me.
There seem to be so many books and workshops out now about finding your purpose, finding your calling. Do you think this is all related to a kind of growing sense of personal spirituality in these times?
I really do. I think there is a non-physical aspect of us that is a kind of individuality that we can tune into more clearly, that we're aware of, sort of, and that we touch on perhaps in a number of ways spiritually, but that we can really begin to be aware of as we focus on this question of life purpose and life mission. I think it really is connected to our relationship with God or relationship with our spiritual nature.
Do we have just one mission or one purpose in life? Can you have multiple missions?
Oh, I think we really can. And it may be that at different periods in our life, as we change from our roles as parent to some other particular role, that there may be particular missions related to those roles at different times.
I always find it so exciting and inspiring to be around somebody who seems to know what their mission in life is and is living it. Don't you find that same infectious quality?
I do, and I think we should look for people, be on the lookout for people who have that kind of energy and feel that they are tuned into their life purpose, and talk with them, ask them questions about how they came to that point in their lives. I agree. Charles Thomas Cayce's perspective, as someone who got a reading himself, can really be helpful to us as we move into this process of writing a mission statement. We're going to be looking for the exact wording that fits you best. And this will involve 2 exercises, each with a worksheet. The first one is a matter of looking at your 4 or 5 core talents as a team. How can your talents best work together? Up until now, all the methods you've practiced have dealt with your talents in a piecemeal fashion. Each ability, strength, or skill has been treated as independent from any other. However, that's not the way you experience your talents. Each one lives in the context of other abilities that color and shape it. Think about your 4 or 5 key talents and abilities in a new way. Imagine they're a team. Each member of the team works for the good of the whole, like a sports team or an interdisciplinary healing team. The talents support and enhance each other. They combine in such a way that the whole is more than the sum of the parts. That's the meaning of a powerful word, synergy. Synergy is that inexplicable magic that happens when the many parts interact in a cooperative way to create something bigger than themselves. Your 4 or 5 key talents can work together in harmony with synergy to fulfill your mission in life. Take some time to think about your abilities in this way. See them as a team. What's that team equipped to do in life? For what is that team especially well suited? Is it something that involves helping people change the way they think?
Is it something that especially seems related to the physical body? Is it something that particularly has to do with creativity or history? What is this team well equipped to do in life? We're just looking for general feelings or hints. This line of reasoning can give you some pieces of the puzzle about your mission. By itself, this exercise isn't going to tell you your mission in life, but it might suggest some clues. And you can write down anything that comes to you on worksheet number 13, My Talents as a Team. This is really a brainstorming exercise. Just see what ideas come up, and then write them down. Once you've tried the exercise with worksheet 13, you're ready to do the main exercise in creating a first draft mission statement. This one will be a little more time-consuming, and you may want to pause occasionally in your work on this lesson so you can think carefully about the possibilities. Using the clues and pieces of the puzzle obtained by the previous exercises, you're ready to create a succinct wording for your central mission in life. What you write down at this point is going to be a best guess, a first draft statement, based on the most promising insights you've gained so far. Later you may find that somewhat different wording is more appropriate, but for now you'll select words that capture your best understanding. The exercise is based on the creative inspiration that can come from considering lots of example mission statements. They can help to prime the pump of your own creativity. Some of the examples are taken directly from Casey Life Readings, and others are from people just like you who've done this self-discovery process for themselves. We're going to be doing this exercise as a guided meditation. In just a moment, you'll be getting into a comfortable position, seated or lying down, and I'm going to guide you through thinking about 20 different example mission statements. I don't expect that any of these examples are actually your mission statement, but in your imagination, I want you to try each one on. Pretend for a moment that it is, in fact, your mission statement, and see how much it feels like it fits you and your talents. Could you feel fulfilled moving around through daily life with this as your mission? For some of the examples, it might feel close to something that's right for you. Maybe if you just edit the words a little bit, it'll feel like it fits you and your set of talents much better. At the end of the guided meditation, you'll be able to turn to a worksheet and study these examples, and look for ways you could use one or two of them as a starting point for creating your own first draft mission statement. Now, for this upcoming exercise, you'll need to have memorized what you chose on worksheet number 2 as your spiritual ideal, and you'll need to know exactly which 4 or 5 core talents you've selected to focus on. So check to make sure you have that information clearly in mind, and then let's start by getting yourself into a comfortable position where you won't be disturbed for about 7 or 8 minutes. So close your eyes and let your attention begin to rest on the flowing in and flowing out of your breath. And then bring your mind back to the word or the phrase that you chose earlier for your spiritual ideal. A way of connecting to a deeper feeling of who you are. A way of connecting to your core value. To yourself as an individuality, as a soul. Simply let those words put you back in touch with the feelings of that place in yourself. It's not yet your mission statement, but it's the place out of which your mission statement arises, and the place in yourself that's capable of actually living that mission. And now remember what you have chosen as your 4 or 5 core talents and skills. See that list. Feel clearly that those talents and skills are in you. Maybe they come out and show themselves only occasionally. Or maybe some of them show themselves frequently, but you've gotten into a rut with them. And now they're ready to be used in fresh, creative, and purposeful ways. And now, one by one, I'm going to prime the pump of your own intuitive thinking